channel. I'm gonna wait a little bit because I know people are probably gonna come in and I don't want to start before people come in. And today is my 32nd birthday, which is insane because I didn't think I'd make it past 30. And being 2 years past 30 is crazy to me. If I'm honest, um, I don't know, but I'm excited. It's interesting. I'll say my birthday is interesting to me because I on this day well, at least as an adult I always get really anxious plus excited at the same time because I don't know why anxious, but I know I do get anxious. Probably because I always think I'm gonna ruin it because I have done that in the past. I used to ruin my birthday, the whole thing. So yeah. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know why. I know why I get excited, but I know a lot of people that are autistic don't like their birthday. For me, I guess I'm different in that regard. But I also am not just autistic. Maybe that's why too. I don't know if it's. But also maybe because actually I don't know why I get excited, but I know that my birthday means a lot to me. Probably because when I think about it, I probably wasn't well based on science or based on what doctors said. I wasn't supposed to. I had 50% chance of living as a when I was a baby when I was born. So maybe that's might be why I get more excited than most people do on their birthday. But I don't know. That could be just what I think. So yeah, and yeah, coming up with the 32 facts that are amazing about me was really difficult because I don't know. I feel like I couldn't really think of 32 things that made me me. I don't really know, but yeah. Um, I know. I don't know. It was really difficult trying to figure out things about myself because I don't always think very highly of my. Honestly I don't always think very highly of myself, but I'm learning not to think that way anymore. But yeah, I'm trying my best to be more positive. It's hard for me because not. I mean, as a child, before like the age of 8, I probably was very positive. But after that, once a lot of emotional wounds happened, I think it changed my outlook on how I thought of myself. But now I'm learning to be more positive. It's hard though. It's not something I'm used to being. And hello, whoever just joined. I didn't start the facts my 32 facts yet because I was waiting for people to come. So I I can start now. And the first amazing thing about me, which honestly, I feel like all of these points were really hard for me to come up with. So if you don't like any of them, I'm sorry. Okay, first one. My first one is I love being creative. Being creative makes me happy. My second one, I'm a very passionate person who loves helping other people or others. Third one, I'm the oldest of three. I have two sisters. Fourth, or number four, I've been into art since I was a child. I really love drawing, and I also love. I don't know. I feel like I just like creative stuff. Thanks, River. Oh, hi guys, hi. Like, and for me, I art just makes me really excited. And one thing I thought told my mom the other day, I think it was yesterday, or maybe Monday. I was telling her I thought it's interesting how I like art and classical music. I didn't realize that a lot of people that are autistic like different like colors and music together and help soothe their mind. But I just assumed that was a Mariah thing because I never had anybody to relate that to. So I was like kind of intrigued when I was watching this video. You know, the ones where it's like an autism like sensory kind of calming thing. And I was like, oh, and then I had this trigger in my brain. I was like, oh, maybe that's why I like classical music with art because to with those together, it like makes my brain soothe itself. I mean, alone they soothe me, but together this is like a difference there. Thanks, thank you. Um, okay, number five. I've always loved math. I know people say it's not supposed to be your favorite subject, but it was always mine. I just really like numbers. I don't know. It's literally just, I mean, well, now word problems, that's a different thing, but that has to do with being dyslexic. They don't always, words don't always work with me. Like, words, like, I don't always understand. Like, I guess my brain doesn't process words the same way everyone else's does. But yeah, math is just one of my favorite things. Like, I remember when I was a kid, I liked doing those, whatever, what do they called? I think they were called mad minutes, where you do like the multiplication facts. And like, even though I didn't like the pressure of like the 1 minute thing, but I liked having to solve them and knowing that I got them right because, yeah, that just was something that made me, happy. I know. That's probably a dork thing, but okay, I'll take it. Um, Number six, I love learning new sports, growing up, and I still like trying new sports. Um, my favorite sport that I actually learned, of course, I used to do, people that don't know me, I don't know if they know this. I used to be a sprinter. I love that. But the ones where I loved learning was lacrosse. I feel like if I was a distance runner, maybe I would have done that actually, plus doing track and field, but because I'm not a distance runner, I've only ever been a sprinter. Um, yeah, that wouldn't have worked. So yeah, because I feel like, you have, of course, in lacrosse you have to run distances kind of similar to soccer, but the difference is different equipment there. Uh, Number seven, I love running. I need to get back and do it one day. I just wish I had a running partner. That's really one of the reasons I don't run, because I don't have a running partner. I need a running partner because unfortunately things are unsafe now. So I mean, especially as a woman, me being a woman, things are unsafe and you can't always, safety is important. You know what happens in this world, unfortunately, because it has evilness in it. But yeah. Uh, Favorite sport, like I said, track and field. Yeah, I was a sprinter and definitely not a distance runner. I know my mom asked me when I was a kid, like, do you want to ever try cross country? And I was like, yeah, that's not happening, okay, because I have issues with my lungs. So, and that was because I was born a preemie, so I have issues with breathing. After running, I will be like my body will just be extremely drained and my lungs have issues with breathing. But the thing is, with being a runner, I would always push through the pain. Literally, like um when I used to do like track and field events, like I love one of my track and field events that I love is called is the relay race, so the baton one. And I just like that one. I don't know why. I've always loved it, and I still love it to this day, even though I don't do it anymore. Um, it's because like I think because like I think it's because I like being competitive, and I am competitive. People that know me know I'm very competitive when it comes to any kind of physical activity. I know it's probably odd because well, people, I've heard this said. I don't know if it's true in the autistic community, but I've heard a lot of people say that some autistics, I mean that autistics don't really like physical activity. I don't know if that's true for everybody, but if that's true, then I'm definitely not the typical autistic if that's the case, because I really like sports related stuff. Um and yeah. Where were they? Number nine. My favorite sport that I tried was lacrosse, like I told you. And I think that was interesting is because they quit. I've never had, before, like, I mean, throughout growing up, I didn't, I don't think I understood there were so many different sports out there. And I think for me, like, I like the part about the scooping, like the scooping the ball into the little hoop, the little, you know what if anyone has played lacrosse, you know that little bassinet thingy they use. And I love that part when you get to scoop it in there. And like, even though I would not say I'm a professional at that, I just really like that. I like catching things because, um, naturally, I'm not good at catching with my hands, so for me, it's better to actually have an equipment that you actually catch with. But yeah, that I know, that's weird. But okay, number 10. I have a big heart, but I feel like sometimes it can be taken advantage of, unfortunately, because I have a big heart. And it has been taken advantage of. So I've been trying, which is really hard because, being autistic, I trust a lot of things more people at face value than not, which is very difficult not to do because I genuinely trust people at their word, which is, it's not always great. And my mom and my siblings and my dad, they always try to tell me to be careful because I get hurt a lot because of that. And I love that they have my best interest at heart for that. Oh, you like running too? I've never done hiking. That sounds cool. Oh, I definitely. But or do you want to get back into running? Oh, man, because I feel like exercise is like something I struggle with definitely nowadays, which I didn't. I don't like it. I don't like struggling with it because I feel like it's making. I don't know. I feel like it causes me not to have since I don't do exercise as much as I used to. I feel like my body is drained. That was a side note, by the way. Uh, See, I feel bad that you have problems with that too. For me, it's hard for me, it's hard to just understand how people are not like, because let's be honest, because we're not naturally, we're naturally who we are. Maggie, I think that because of that, we don't try to intentionally mislead people. Some people, unfortunately, like have that motive behind it when they're talking to you. So you kind of like are like you kind of judge them based on the context you don't have, which is basically since you don't know them, you base it off, oh, they're talking to me, they don't seem like they're like have bad intentions, so you take it them at face value. But I feel like sometimes when you're interacting with a person, like if you were interacting with a person maybe in person, it'd be different. Oh, you like running too? Oh, and you have to get back into it? Yeah, like I love the, that's great. I really hope that we all get back into it. Okay, what was I gonna say? Oh yes, number 11. I fight and stand up for others, and I do this because I think a lot more because I was bullied as a child. I mean, as a child or technically a teenager, um, and that really hardened my heart. And one thing I was talking to my dad, I think it was yesterday. I was telling him how that I used to see the bullying as a bad thing. It is bad, but then I think about it this way, it helps me. The way it's good is because not because I wanted it to happen, it's because it helps me be able to fight for myself and others. That's why I would say it's good. Uh, oh yes. Number 12. I would say I'm an open book, which means that I'm a straightforward and honest person. And sometimes I guess to some people it's called I'm brutally honest, but I don't really can't help it. I've learned well, I was raised to be my parents were always been brutally honest, never sugarcoated, which I really appreciate because it allows me to be myself. And I know that some people probably think it's rude being brutally honest, but I don't really think it's that rude, honestly. But that's just me. I know everyone's different. Number 13. I have a strong sense of justice, which means I want and need justice to be served. And I hate when it's not, honestly. I've watched a lot of true crime, and when I hear the sentences that some of these people get, I get so angry because the sentence doesn't always fit the crime. It's very aggravating. Like this one case I did that just makes me so mad. It makes me so mad because this one guy murdered this little girl and he only got 11 years. Like what is that? Like what I don't go off tangent. Do you get mad on this stream? It's going to be bad. We're not getting mad on the stream today, okay? Yeah, okay, but that's the reason. And also I always hate when I hear the unsolved cases and they don't get their justice. And I'm sorry if you hear this stupid sound outside my window, but some person is doing some kind of sawing, I think. I don't know, but it's triggering me because it's annoying me. Because sometimes I wish my ears weren't like I wish I didn't have to hear every sound that everyone else doesn't hear, but I know I can't really control that. Number 14. I worked with neurodivergent kids and I loved it. The only reason for doing that job was because I wanted to help these kids in the same way that I was supported and helped as a child. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I can't read the news either. That's literally one of the reasons I can't read the news. Plus, I can't see. I don't like hearing about painfulness because I really feel emotionally deeply attached to each story I read, which is really bad. Like literally when I see people like read a story, like even see little headlines of people missing, I like literally like I want to go and look at them and look at all the stuff so I can like I just want to give them justice. And I know my mom and my siblings because they know how emotionally invested I get when I deal with like cases like that or see anything like that. Particularly, like, even the case that I did with the guy that unfortunately they found his body. I feel really bad about that. Yeah, I got really like I was really just devastated when I found out about that. Um, yeah, I get really invested in these because even though I don't know them personally, I feel like I do. So yeah, I am a Capricorn. I think I'm on the tail end of it, but what was I gonna say? Oh yes, I was saying because I get attached to things that are very emotionally heavy, and I feel a lot of emotions. Like I grieve like a, I don't even know. I feel like I grieve like I'm one of their people's family members, which is creepy, but it's true. I do feel the people's emotions. I don't like it. So, like, unlike some people who can detach themselves from it, I literally am the opposite of that. Okay. Number 15. Oh, yes. I now am able to embrace my disabilities with no shame, which is funny because well, not really funny, haha, funny, but it's interesting, I guess I would say. I was not always embracing my disabilities, um, but now I do. And if anyone doesn't know, I'm autistic, dyslexic, and an ADHDer. Funny thing is, I didn't think I was an ADHDer, but I noticed it a lot more since I've been burnt out. I'm literally so sorry if you hear that sound because I don't know what that was, by the way. Sorry. Because, like, people are working outside I mean, outside of, like, somewhere in my neighborhood, they're working out there. I don't know what they're doing. Oh, yes. What was I at? 16. I'm a night owl. And I've always been one. A night owl is a person who stays up late and can function better at night. And I've always been that. It's kind of funny because I was born at nighttime. I was born actually literally. Technically, my birthday is not until 11 p.m. because I think my mom said I was born at night. So funny. It's technically that's actually true because which is interesting. Okay, number 17. My favorite dance to watch is ballet. Ballet makes me smile. It also makes me very happy, and it brings tears of joy to my eyes very often. And I don't know. I just like actually I would tell you something, but I can't tell you because then I'm gonna spoil one of my videos that I'm doing in the future. So I would say something extra to that point, but I can't because then I'll ruin one of my videos that I'm doing on that topic of ballet. Okay, number 18. I am brave and I'm strong and brave for not giving up my life after my 18-year battle with mental health issues. I guess I would consider myself to be a fighter, even though mental health issues are constant up and down battle, unfortunately. I wish I didn't have to deal with this ever. I mean, I wish it wasn't a constant thing, but it is. And the reason I try to admit and be honest about it is because I know there are other people out here that struggle with similar things I do. So that's probably why I try when I see people saying they are having mental health issues on Twitter. I always try to respond because I feel like I'm not saying I could save anybody because I can't do that, but I could possibly make someone feel better. And I'm not trying to take credit for it. But you know what I'm saying? I don't want anyone to ever feel like that because I know what that's like. Unfortunately. Number 19. I'm an uncertified disability advocate and activist. Number 20. I am an uncertified mental health advocate and activist. Probably for both of those, I would say most likely because of course, I have my own disability, so I fight for the disability community. Plus, I have my own mental health issues, so I fight for that too. And honestly, I don't see both. I don't see either like my disabilities or my mental health struggles as a hindrance like I used to. I actually see them as something that makes me stronger than I think I am. And also, it helps make me able to fight for both of those areas where people have struggles in. Uh, Number 21. Yeah, I loved him too. I liked Robin Williams as well. He was he was like this. I don't know. Based on the movies I saw, he seemed so genuine, and I felt so bad. I didn't realize he was so sad. But they say typically the people that seem the happiest are the most saddest people, which makes me so sad. Just I hate saying that in my mouth. It feels horrible. Um. Yeah, I cried too, I ain't gonna lie. When certain people like passed, I did cry. Like I felt like I kind of lost a family member, even though that's not actually accurate, you know. Um, Number 21. Um, I am learning to love myself every day. It's a daily battle. I ain't gonna say I get it perfect because I don't get that perfect, and I don't know anyone that does, but it's really what am I trying to say? I feel like it's just a thing I'm learning to do because a lot of my life I hated myself. So learning to do the opposite of what you used to do is harder. It's not impossible, it's just harder. Number 22. I make art to inspire the disability community. And I like making art too, but that's another point. Let's see. Number 23. Oh, and I love all your messages on here, or your chat messages, guys. Sorry I'm not responding to each and every one of them. I feel bad if I missed any. What am I gonna say? Oh yes. I think no, yes. I was at number 23. My love and passion for the disability community is what keeps me going, and it has given me a purpose in life. I really agree with that statement because I feel like honestly, may not, probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't that I feel like I need to fight for the disability community and for them to get the respect and love they deserve, and also to be seen and heard. Um, Number 24. I use my voice, which I have found to be powerful for the disability community. Number 25. I love art because it's a way to express myself and it's also a way to share my creative side with others. Um, Number 26. I love letting people know that they aren't alone. I think that's a good one to say because I feel like a lot of us sometimes, I know we go through our life, but I feel like sometimes we don't say we're alone because we don't want anyone to look down on us, and it's okay to admit that not everything's okay because I mean, I know at times I didn't say I wouldn't, well, at least throughout my life in real life. Sometimes I would say everything's fine because I didn't want people poking into my life and asking like questions I didn't want to talk about. But I feel like as I've grown, I understand it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be depressed. It's okay because so many people go through these even though they don't what was I gonna say? Even though they don't always talk about it, I feel like it's okay to tell at least one person. It doesn't have to be everybody. At least tell one person that you're maybe going through things. Because I have people I reach out to when I'm in a state where a really bad situation or bad area in my mind that I know I can go to those people and they won't judge me. They'll let me speak freely and uh be able to be myself and talk about real things I'm dealing with, and they will, if I'm going through something bad, they won't leave until they know that I'm okay. And I think that everyone should have one of those people. I know, and I agree, being vulnerable can be hard, but it's okay to try to be vulnerable with the people that you feel like value you and actually care genuinely about you. So yeah. Number 27. I love encouraging and inspiring people. Number 28. A supportive and caring friend because I simply care about people. And I think it's important that people know that you do care. Um, Number 29. I am trustworthy and loyal to those I care about. Number 30. I will drop everything to be there for those who need me. And I think that's really important to do because I feel like sometimes when people are in that depressive, like suicidal state, and nobody like actually is there for that person, they think that no one cares. So that then maybe it's okay for them to give up on their life, which is very sad because I don't want anyone to ever feel that way, and I don't ever want to do that to somebody because I think everyone should know that they are have a valuable life. Like being a person that's like had made suicide attempts, had suicidal ideation, have depression. Like I think it's important people for people to know every single person to know that they matter, regardless of what is going on in your life. You matter. Like literally, that is the most important thing I think anyone should know, regardless of like all the crap that's going on in the world or whatever. You literally matter. You're valuable, and there's not one that's gonna be like you, regardless of like what is happening. And I think being there for a person means a lot more to somebody than any kind of gift or any like materialistic thing. That's just a Mariah point. I'm probably speaking more from the heart because I've been through a lot of stuff, so I know what that's like. That I value people's like actually genuinely caring about me. Um, so maybe that's what I'm speaking from. Number 31. I love playing video games, and I've been playing them for most of my life. I don't play them. I don't like do gaming like, and stream it because I don't think I'm that good to do it. And also, I feel pressure to do that, and I don't like pressure. I don't like anything that actually causes me pressure because I already have anxiety and other issues. So I don't. That's why I don't do like how people do gaming and stream. Some of them can just a lot of them are probably more I don't know. They probably don't have feel pressure when they do, but I don't like doing things that cause me pressure. Like, you mean what kind of games? I've done a lot of different games. I play a lot of murder mystery games and I've played a lot of Pokemon, but I don't play that anymore. There's a lot of different games. Like I played like Naruto games. I played like like trying to figure out who did the murder. Like I really love those. I used to stay up like the latest I think I've ever stayed up when I was playing a game was in college, like one of my summers after my freshman year. I was like playing this game. It was on this, I don't know if you guys know the show called Murder She Wrote, and it was a game. It was I was playing, and I was like, I can't stop playing because I need to know who did this crime. Yeah, I'd be getting invested in the game. Kind of, I guess technically I was hyper focused, but I didn't know back then that's what I was doing. I was my mom and my dad were like, "Why are you still up?" Okay, and I was like, "I'm playing this game." um, what am I playing now? I'm playing this game called it's a like a interactive story. It's called Chapters, and they have different stories you can read. And you get to make choices, even though I hate the part where you have to use diamonds, and if you don't have enough diamonds, you have to pick the lame choice, but okay. Um, I've played a lot of murder mystery games. Like I played Nancy Drew games. I played that show. I don't know if it's a thing. I played. Dang, what is that dang thing? It's like I think it's like Doctor Heart. Like it was like some kind of doctor game. There's doctor games I play. I play. I could go on forever if I talk about this. But I'll let you know. I can message you Maggie about that though. And then my last point was that I'm a sassy, no nonsense dork who is learning to not take life too seriously, which I've always done, and learning how to laugh while making other people laugh at times. And somehow people think my really serious comments are funny. I don't understand that. Well, I love all of you for tuning in. My next live stream will be on Saturday, January 27th at noon EST. And it'll be on the topic of how to help someone who's going through a mental crisis. Thanks for watching. I love you guys. Bye.